Track 3. The laughter epidemic. Have you ever started laughing and then couldn't stop? Most of us have experienced this when we found something really funny. Everyone knows that laughter can be infectious. But the famous case of uncontrollable laughter in Tanzania wasn't really funny at all. It all started on January 30th, 1962, at a girls' boarding school in the village of Kashasha. 3 girls started laughing, for unclear reasons, and the laughter spread to their classmates. The problem was that the laughter didn't stop. It kept spreading and continued for weeks. More than half of the school's 159 students, aged between 12 and 18, were affected. Eventually, so many kids were laughing that teachers, who were immune for some reason, couldn't conduct lessons. By March 18th, the school had to close, and the students were sent home. The laughter was not continuous. People can only laugh for about 20 seconds at a time, since laughter is actually very tiring for the abdominal muscles, as well as the respiratory system. Victims of the laughter epidemic would laugh for a while, seem to get better, and then begin laughing again. They also showed several other symptoms, including crying, fainting, and even skin rashes. For each victim, symptoms lasted from a few hours to about 2 weeks. The laughers were not enjoying themselves. In fact, they were in pain and unable to go about their normal daily activities. When the girls left school and went home, they began spreading the epidemic to the rest of Kashasha and beyond. In June and July, 2 more villages were infected. The outbreak then spread to other parts of the country. Incredibly, the laughter epidemic lasted somewhere between 6 months and a year, and may even have affected people in the neighboring countries of Uganda and Kenya. In all, 14 schools had to be closed, and victims numbered over 1,000. The victims were all children or young adults, and included members of both sexes. Then suddenly, the strange infectious laughter stopped as mysteriously as it had started. What would cause such an odd phenomenon? Physicians could find no medical reason for it. Tests of the schools and the food eaten by victims showed nothing unusual. Most experts who have studied the incident call it a case of mass hysteria, or mass psychogenic illness, MPI. Mass means affecting many people, and psychogenic means having a psychological cause. Stress is often mentioned as the most likely reason for MPI. According to this theory, the young people were extremely stressed, both by academic pressures and by major changes in Tanzania, which had just become independent from Britain. This is just a guess, however. MPI is more of a label than an explanation, and we do not really understand it yet. No one has ever really been able to explain why the epidemic started when it did, why it affected only young people, or why it ended.